Well, the French far right then making unprecedented gains in the first round of voting in snap legislative elections that were called by Emmanuel Macron about 3 weeks ago when he dissolved Parliament. We're going to be taking stock now of those results. We can talk to our international affairs editor, Kethevane Gorgestani. Kethevane, as we're seeing on the screen, a historic result for the National Rally and its allies, earning over 33% of the votes. They were followed by the New Popular Front, the left-wing alliance, with 28%. And in third place, we saw French President Emmanuel Macron's Together alliance earning just 20% of the vote. This represents a historic moment for the National Rally and a turning point because the party was once on the fringes of French politics.
Yes, it's a historic result, but not one that is a surprise if you see the evolution of the far right and their presence in French politics. And this is largely due to Marine Le Pen's efforts to sort of rebrand the far right, rebrand the National Rally, also with a change of name from the National Front to the National Rally, and her efforts to distance herself from the founder of the National Rally, her own father, Jean-Marie Le Pen. You have to remember that back in 2002, when Jean-Marie Le Pen made it to the second round of the presidential election, it was a shock to the system in French politics. Having the far right in the second round of the presidential election was a huge surprise. He, of course, was beaten in the second round very largely by Jacques Chirac, but it was really the beginning of the far right really making it and becoming a force to be reckoned with in French politics. And over the years, they systematically have made gains in each election. In 2017, when Marine Le Pen was in the second round of the presidential election, it was no longer such a shock. She lost, but it was not as big of a surprise as when her father made it to the second round, and then even less so in 2022. Some of the reasons and some of the ways she has rebranded the far right is moving away from the sort of blatant racism, blatant anti-Semitism of her father to focus the party on questions of immigration, on questions of security. Economically, it became way less liberal, if you will, and also on matters of foreign policy, especially when it comes to Europe. She herself moved away of calling for a Frexit, completely leaving the European Union, to refocus, staying Eurosceptic, but deciding that it was easier to sort of renovate the European Union from within rather than leave. And if you look at the results from the National Rally between 2022 and 2024, it's a huge jump. In 2022, it was about 18.7%, and now it's 33%. So the percentage is already a pretty big jump. But if you look at the number of votes, that's where you see how big of a gain they've made. 4.2 million back in 2022, 11.5 million in this first round this time around. So that is a huge gain for the far right. And this evolution over the past 2 decades is how we've gotten to the point of possibly having the National Rally in government, in power in France for the first time since World War II.